want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. I want to thank everybody that's been hitting that like button, trying to get a like spike going every single video, trying to get to 1,000 likes a video. Take 2 seconds, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on everything crypto on a daily basis. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Red day. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $278 billion. Bitcoin at 96.40. Yesterday when I talked to you, Bitcoin was up here at the top, and essentially we're looking for a breakout to the upside or a pullback at this level. And it's exactly what happened. Potentially this is a bearish retest of the rising wedge, which again, this chart was from yesterday. Just to recap, possible retest of the yellow rising wedge, which now has been confirmed. If the price action is rejected here, expect to move lower, and it did move lower. So we had a pullback, potentially ran down to around 9,400. We have to consider and assume that this price action continues in this pattern. And this is just a cleaner chart, 4-hour chart. Again, the short-term downtrend. And, you know, we have bounced a little bit here. The support level held around 95.50. But what I want you to notice is these wicks have been coming down to around the 200 simple moving average. And the buyers are jumping in at about that level, and they did so here as well. Just like that long multi-month downtrend that we had over 7 months, potentially this is not going to play out as long, but it could into mid-March. Potentially we have to pay attention to the idea that this could break higher. 68% chance that we continue higher after, you know, the downtrend is over. A break lower here, very bearish. I'll keep you guys up to date on this daily. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group, and we've been killing it. I've got 6 chat groups for everybody's working together, trading this market, posting charts. It's amazing what you can accomplish with thousands of sets of eyes watching this market. It's tough to trade this market by ourselves. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading this market, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. It's that easy. Number one reason why people join the group is these profitable trading setups. I post these on a regular basis, daily basis, and there's been a lot of upside in this market. Aeon up 53% here. You can see I posted this about 7 days ago. Aeon 53% gains, shot to the upside. If you want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. If you pay with crypto for 6 months, you get a 20% discount. If you pay with crypto for the year, you get 30% off and an additional month for free. If you do want to pay with a card month to month, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is COTI. COTI is just on a tear. Like, it doesn't even care what Bitcoin's doing. Like it took a little bit of a hit and then boom, ran back up like 10 or 15%. COTI, midterm hold strategy, been posted, 310% gains. This person in the group, Crypto Bank, he was up, he put a Bitcoin on it, made a couple of Bitcoin on this trade. Huge gains. And the Foz stated, I've been in the group for a short period. I'm new. I'm up by $300 and it's only my first week. Another person stated, with a few calculated trades, it went from $2,500 to $14,000. Huge gains in the trading group. So there was a CME gap that was created. And immediately after I finished yesterday's video, the CME gap got filled and obviously Bitcoin retraced, hit the upper trend line of this pattern. Potentially a retest. Here's the key. There's a point where some people would say, Chris, well, what do I do? Do I sell right now? Do I sell right now? Listen, let the price action decide. That's what stop losses are for. Put your stop loss down here below these lowest wicks. Put it down here. You don't want it. Bitcoin breaks lower here. You don't want to ride this coin down. You don't want to ride it down. There's some downside, right? Put your stop losses in place. That's what they're used for. This is an idea, so I posted this in my group, and you have to assume that these patterns repeat, right? I've said that multiple times until they don't, until you get a breakout or breakdown. So there's coins on Binance now. There's Bull USDT and Bear USDT. They have 3x leverage. The nice thing about these coins is you can trade with leverage, small amount, 3x. And you have a lot of upside. There's, but it's more risk, 3 times more risk potentially. There's more risk involved, more upside as well. But these bear USDT, if you were to buy bear USDT and, Bitcoin drops 10%, potentially you make 30%, so you could basically buy and sell bull USDT and bear USDT and trade these ranges. Again, just an idea. I'm putting it out there. High risk, high reward. If you don't know how to spot trade, don't do this. If you do want to trade on Binance, you need to potentially have a VPN. Binance.com, if you're new in the United States, you need to use a VPN. I recommend PureVPN. I use it every single day. If you go to PureVPN with the link in the description, you'll get this 85% discount if you let it sit here on this screen for a little bit. If you want to use Bybit or BitMEX, you can do so. PureVPN works perfectly. Crypto analyst says this altcoin just turned mega bullish, and here's why Bitcoin could reap the rewards. And they're talking about Litecoin. You've got a bullish weekly MACD cross on Litecoin. There's a major support resistance flip, and you've got the weekly super trend has turned bullish. Litecoin has been a coin that potentially has been a leading indicator for Bitcoin. So could Litecoin drag Bitcoin higher? And I want to real quick go back to this idea. The idea here that I talked to you about yesterday was the fact that this is a falling wedge, and it appeared to broke out of this falling wedge, but then it retraced back in here. So what I'm wondering is, I'm just putting this out there, right? Putting this out there. I'm thinking out loud. This is an idea. It can be proven or disproven right here very soon. So what if this is a rounded bottom? Rounded bottoms are bullish reversal patterns, which also are falling wedges as well. Now this potentially, you could just imagine the reason why these lows are becoming higher lows is because the bulls are starting to show up. So this would equate to the same type idea on the price action. So again, watching to see. Remember, the one thing about TA is we're gathering data every single minute of every day. And we're learning more about this market. We're putting pieces of the puzzle together constantly. Jared Vennett said, over the past 5 days, 120 million USDT has been printed. That's how much money it costs to keep Bitcoin hovering around 10K, he stated. Clearly, this is not sustainable, and a large correction is unavoidable. And he posted this whale alert with 60 million USDT minted worth of Tether. It's been pretty understood that when Tether is printed, it's institutions onboarding money ready to buy into the market. So pay attention to this idea. I've seen bear markets where the printing of USDT hasn't been bullish, and I've seen bull markets where it has been bullish. So if there's a correlation we want to make here, let's pay attention to see what happens. Anthony Pompliano says, I'll be on CNN tomorrow morning during the 9 a.m. Eastern show. What should I tell the world about Bitcoin? Pretty exciting. Mainstream adoption happening. Bitcoin's coronavirus sell-off throws cold water on the idea that it's a safe haven. However, it really didn't sell off, and stocks tumbled. Basically, everybody's saying, hey, there's renewed coronavirus fears. Bitcoin barely budged. The real reason the stock market is crashing, U.S. stocks plunged, was the verbiage that they used on Monday, over mounting recession risks. Tech stocks were hit hardest, with the NASDAQ crashing by as much as 4.3%. Plunged, crashing 4.3%. They're not even ready for crypto. They're not even, listen, these altcoins sneeze 10% gains and losses in a second, right? It's pretty amazing why they're a little bit cautious about the volatility of crypto. Now, all of a sudden, traditional stocks and traditional markets, the crash is serious. Retail brokerage accounts are experiencing technical difficulties. Never forget, this person stated, the game is rigged against you. And people are just talking down here in the comments. Every time Bitcoin crashes 10 or 20%. I remember a couple times where Coinbase literally shut down because the price of Bitcoin was plummeting out of control. They just shut it down. Like, they just went down for a period of time. This is in, I believe, end of 2017, beginning of 2018. Like they just offline. You know, these exchanges, man, you have stop losses in place. Sometimes they don't work. These exchanges go down. This can be a stressful market. Always be responsible and trade with amounts. You know, you want to trade with amounts that are disposable income, and you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to be all in crypto. Keep money on the sidelines too. It's a strategy and a position to have money to buy in to this market. You see a huge drop in anything, and there's a real good chance you're going to get an oversold bounce, and you can make a lot of money off of those ideas. U.S. government blockchain spending expected to increase 1,000% between 2017 and 2022, states this study. On Twitter, someone brought up the idea that Constellation, which is the DAG, D-A-G, they're involved with big data and blockchain with the United States Air Force. And so pulling up their chart, want to think about, I really like these rounded bottoms. Really like them. This is DAG BTC on Kucoin. For entry, you got a rising wedge, 68% chance of a break lower. You want to, entry idea would be, you know, somewhere near this parabola, because these parabolas lead to parabolic price rises. Now we zoom out real quick. We look on the daily. This is a huge cup and handle. This is really directed at people who have an understanding of how to trade this market. Okay, there is, you know, it's possible that this just rolls over and you get a double bottom here, right? Bottom, bottom, and then that's our buy. So there's variables here. Again, this market changes in an instant, and I'll keep you updated on these ideas as best I can. Justin Sun bought Steemit. Steem moved to limit his power. So Justin Sun's got Gucci sneakers on, Gucci pineapple sneakers. Apparently he didn't get the moon boot memo. Somebody hit him up on Twitter. Tell him about the Gucci pineapple moon boots that he needs to be wearing, right? People who run the Steem blockchain executed a reversible soft fork on Sunday. They stopped one of the largest piles of tokens from voting. Justin Sun bought Steemit. And Steem came out and said, in the early stages, the most important task for witnesses, which is Steem's version of Bitcoin miners or EOS block producers. So they want to ensure the security of the Steem blockchain. And so they've updated a temporary protective protocol to maintain the status quo currently established in regards to Steemit Inc.'s stake and its intended usage. So they don't want anybody to manipulate Steem blockchain, and they made these moves. So again, Justin Sun is smart enough to know, I mean, Steem, I actually been posting videos as long as I can remember on Steemit. And, you know, check me out over there, subscribe to me over there. I make about a penny or two a day. It's not even really worth it, but I do have about 1,200 followers on Steemit. Chainlink comes out in this official news, and they stated, hey, Engrave Official, a hardware wallet for storing digital assets, introduces a dead man switch solution. They want to be able to pass a deceased user's funds on to an assigned beneficiary's account based on part of the confirmation of death by a Chainlink decentralized Oracle network. I think this is genius. I think this idea, we have to be able to pass our crypto on to our loved ones. You know, if something happens, there has to be a solution for this. Chainlink in the news again. Like there's certain coins out there, and we talk about them all the time. There's a lot of upside going forward. It's about finding a good entry and just riding them in the uptrends. Chainlink, Tezos, OT is another one that's just been taking off. Potentially DAG has some good upside. Again, we want to wait. We want to get the best entry on this. You don't want to buy it and rolls over, because Caitlin Long starts the first crypto native bank in the United States. And so the idea here is this is the Avanti Bank. It's new to the US. They're going to serve the digital asset industry. They're offering new products and services not currently available in US markets, along with tech partner Blockstream, which is based in Wyoming. They're preparing the long process of charter application. They aim to open in 2021, early 2021. Avanti takes advantage of the special purpose depository institution law, which is the optimal regulatory compliance structure in the United States for providing financial services around crypto. Banks have to jump into this market, jumping right into this market. They have to take advantage of this idea. I think people in the United States like to be able to go to a bank and complain to somebody real or deal with somebody real. And I think this would help adoption a lot more when the bank that they already know, use, and trust offers cryptocurrency services. It gives a lot of validity to our space. And so potentially this is a segue where you get this bank potentially opens up and it's a competing bank, and they have a, you know, all of a sudden you've got people leaving larger banks to go to these newer banks that serve cryptocurrency. So if you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.